just as we make sure that we have bank regulation, another example, to make sure that Canada is insulated from global economic shocks. We have a Prime Minister who's claiming credit for bank regulations that he systematically opposed as the leader of the Conservative Party. And now he's surfing on Jean Chrétien and surfing on Paul Martin, all of whom he trashed systematically as the leader of the opposition. This is about the vision of government here. You have to have a government to regulate banks, otherwise all of your savings are vulnerable. You have to have a government to protect ocean habitat because the market can't do it. You can't leave it to private enterprise. You have to have public investment in public hospitals so that Baby Bailey gets a chance. That is what a liberal believes. That is what I believe. That is what we are fighting for. There you go. Et enfin, nous sommes un parti qui croit profondément dans l'unité nationale de notre pays. Nous croyons enfin qu'on ne peut pas tenir le Canada ensemble sans un gouvernement central avec le pouvoir de nous tenir ensemble en justice et équité. We believe finally, as liberals, that you have to have a national government to hold this country together, that we are not just a string of 10 provinces along the 49th parallel who just happen to be kind of coinciding. We're actually one great people sharing a common destiny, and we need a national government that expresses that common national destiny and pulls us together in common purpose. That's what it is to be a liberal. That's what we believe. That's what we do. And the final thing, if you allow me to go on, I've got carried away because it's such a beautiful evening. The sun is shining. I'll tell you a little story about me, because we've reverted to the brash young 24-year-old. Actually, I was 21. I'd like to correct that. Which means that I was even brasher and even dumber. Any young liberals have got to listen here. It's unbelievable what comes out of your mouth when you're 21 and you think you know everything. The great thing about getting older is you learn how dumb you were when you were 21. Can you imagine believing that you could change the color of the party from red to orange? What was I thinking? And by the way, this party is not for merging with anybody where we are. We are going to run 308 candidates, including the very wonderful Renee Hetherington, who's here. This party is not for merging. This party is not for turning. This party I've been part of. I was very touched that David remembered my shameful past. It does remind you, I've always been a liberal. I've never been anything else. I will never be anything else. I want to lead a liberal government, a compassionate, progressive, responsible, liberal government to victory in the next election. Is Chris Costin here?
Right there.
Where are you? Oh, right Chris.
Stand up.
Yeah, get out there, Chris.
And I will be there too, Chris. I'm sorry. The final thing I wanted to say about me is people sometimes ask me why I'm in politics, and you're constantly told I'm only in it for myself, and I'm just visiting. I'm not visiting, and there's another reason why I'm in politics. About 2 weeks ago, I was in Halifax at a wonderful museum which has just been designated as a national museum. It's called Pier 21. And Pier 21, you can go to Pier 21, and if any of you haven't done it, I urge you to do it. You can ask for the immigration records of your own family. And I said, okay, let's find out where the Ignatieff started out. And they found a great big long sheet. It had Ukrainian names on it, it had Russian names on it, it had Czech names on it, it had German names on it, it had Irish names on it, and right down at the bottom right, there was George Ignatieff, age 15, arriving in Quebec City in September 1928 on the SS Montrose. I urge this experience upon all of you who've come to Canada and want to retrace the moment when your life in this country begins, because it's a very electric moment. It reminds you of certain basic impulses in your personal life and your political life. And one of them, one of the reasons I'm in public life, is a simple feeling of gratitude for what this country made possible for my dad, a 15-year-old who came here with nothing, who laid track on the Kettle Valley in the late 20s and early 30s, waited on table, got a university education, got a job in the Foreign Service of Canada, worked for Mike Pearson for 30 years, right? That's where I come from. A lot of my feeling about this country comes from simple gratitude at what was possible for my father. And we are the custodians of that ladder. You know Jacob's ladder in the Bible? There's a ladder in Canadian life, and you go up rung by rung by rung, and it's not easy, and you go hand over hand up the ladder. And the only way this works is that everybody has an equal chance to get up that ladder. We're the custodians of the ladder, and we're custodians of the equality that allows us all to rise and improve. And when people ask me what I do this for, it's that I was born in a lucky country. I was born in a good country. This thing is not for certain. It's not in the bag. You can lose a country. If this guy gets a majority government, he will take the center of Canadian politics, move it 10 degrees to the right, and the country my father came to will not be the same country. It's that simple. It's that important. I need your support. I really need your support. This party is bigger than me. It's more important than me. It began before me. It'll go on after any stupid 20-year-old tries to change the color or do something dumb like that. But we've got to get up off our seats. You've got to go into those campaign offices for Chris and Renee and Keith and every other candidate on the island. You've got to help Sharon Apsey, wherever the wonderful Sharon is. You've got to volunteer your time. I need more money. I need more volunteer hours. Everybody out of your seat, all hands on deck. I'll do my best. I will fight as hard as I know how. I feel confident. I feel renewed by your strength. But I really need your help. Because what is at stake here is the future of the Liberal Party and the future of the country. And if you don't understand that, then we're in trouble. So all together, as I said in 2006, as I say everywhere I go, tous ensemble, all together. Thanks very much for listening.